Hi everybody, my name is Amy Brooks and I want to talk to you a little bit today about your book. If you have ever thought about writing a book, I think you should do it. I definitely have a vested interest because I love reading books. I love working with authors, and I really love working with first-time authors, preferably women, but I do work with guys too. So I have a group called the Women's Wisdom Writers, and the energy of just working with other women is pretty awesome. And it can take you from feeling stuck or unsure of yourself to really a high vibe, action oriented, ready to get back to writing and sharing your truth pretty quickly. So I definitely recommend checking that out, the Women's Wisdom Writers. Okay, so let's move on to something that will help you right now. If you're trying to discern or decide or figure out if you should be writing a book, the first thing you should notice is if people have been telling you you should write a book, and if you've had that on your bucket list for more than a year. Okay? So if you've been hearing like the murmurings of people talking about, oh my gosh, you should write a book, it'd be so great, or girl, if you wrote a book, I would definitely read it. Or if you've had that on your personal wish list of something that you want to do and you'll get to it later, if that's been on that list for over a year, it should come to your consciousness as an action item sooner rather than later. All right, so let's say the people who are still watching this, you've heard from people or you know in your gut that a book is definitely a possibility for you. Why not now? Why not? I'm pausing so you can think. Why not now? I ask that because I haven't noticed my life getting any less busy. The only time it did was when I went abroad and I had like no connection to my family and my friends. I had some new friends there and I was working, but whew, I had a lot of free time. My hair is humongous. Goodness. So other than that, my life has gotten busier and busier. I've replicated myself in the form of children. I now have multiple businesses and travel more. It hasn't slowed down at all. It's gotten busier. So my argument for writing your book now is, one, you have an idea, and that's like more than half the battle. Usually after a quick conversation with me, you know who your ideal audience is, and maybe you already know who they are. So they're waiting for your book. Now, you can connect with them now. You don't have to wait until you're old and gray and you try to talk to your fellow 20 or 30 or 40-year-olds and be like, thank you, gray-haired lady. I got this. You can really activate your life right now. You don't have to wait, and you can reach out to that ideal audience now, especially if you know which book you're supposed to write. Which book? Yes, I said which book, because some of us have more than one book bouncing around in our heads. So if that's you, the first step is to figure out which book is the most important, which one is like raising their hand, like me, pick me. I need to come out now first me. And sometimes that's not even the sexiest book. Sometimes that's the book that would be quick and easy. It's called a confidence builder book, where you can be confident that you understand the writing process. You get that muscle memory in place for when you come and you sit and you're writing. That confidence building book could be what you need to launch your business, and then you can set aside time to write your dream novel or to write the family story or whatever. Maybe that book will be second. Okay, so let's review real quick. We've decided we are the people who should be writing a book. We've decided we are the people who should be thinking about our ideal audience while we can still connect with them. And we're saying that we figured out to some extent which book needs to come out first. Okay? So if that's you, I want you to sit down and write those things out. And like take your time writing them. Don't like rush through it. And preferably put it in a journal. And put today's date on it. And I'm going to come back and talk to you about some other writing things. So look out for my posts and see when I pop up. I mean, probably big hair unless it's in ponytail. But anyway, the idea that you could be the perfect person to write a book is huge. So admitting that to yourself is huge. That's why you're going to write it in your journal. You're going to have the date on there, and you're going to allow your spirit to ruminate on it and decide if this is really a good time. Okay? If you can't wait for my next post, you can go over to Write For Me. That's my Facebook group. You could also go to amyrbrooks.com and just see me there. All right, I hope this helps you figure out if you are meant to be an author. Yes. Bye.